So, our periods are here. We're both synced up, and we're gonna have a candid talk about what the heck is going on and maybe cry a little bit. Let's get into it. Warning, listening to us
might radicalize you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Unholy Feminists with me, Kath, and Gail.
Gail, as always, how are you doing?
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, we're both on our period, and it is what it is, you know? Today, we're going to be having a very candid episode about menstruation, about period, about how we're feeling, because I know that a lot of women, a lot of people who do menstruate, they probably have experienced something like this as well. So, you know what? We're feminists. We're not afraid of a little blood, a little mess, a little period talk. So let's get into that. How are you feeling, Gail? It's okay to cry. Let's just say this is a therapy, slumber party kind of situation.
I'm looking for the best possible analogy for how I'm feeling. I feel like I wish I did not exist, and I wish nobody existed in the world. Like, I hate everyone right now, and I wish there was no life, and I'm acknowledging that there is life and there's nothing I can do about it. But also, I wish when I woke up this morning, I did not have a job to go to. I wish I could just ball myself up and just be in bed and not even talk to anyone. Like, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I felt I needed to do. But, like, obviously, capitalism, and I'm a boss girl, I'm an independent girl, so I need to make money. I need to make money because, I mean, look at me. I need money to sustain how I look. So, yeah, I'm toughing it out, but I feel terrible. And I mean, I was already struggling mentally for like the past couple of days. And when I realized yesterday my period was coming, it felt like, okay, now the universe hates me because I've not been in a really good place, like mentally, and now I'm getting my period. And unfortunately, I'm also not one of those people who have like easy periods. So I know we've spoken about this before, but there are days that I can literally not get out of bed for a couple of hours because my legs don't work, my knees don't work, so I can't do anything with myself, and the pain can be excruciating. And oh my god, I hate it. I feel like I went on a rant. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. It's valid. I also am having my period right now. This is my second day, and yesterday I was actually crying because it was Sunday night, and then I thought about the idea that it's going to be Monday today and I have to work. And it's not that I hate my job. I love my job. It's just that, you know, sometimes you get so tired, and I was just lying there in bed, and I was thinking, is this all there is to life?
Right.
That we work for 5 days a week, and then we look forward to the weekend, and then on Sunday we dread going back to work, and then we repeat the cycle over and over again. Is this all there is to life? Because sometimes I feel like I can't do this for 30 more years. I can't do this for 30, 40 more years. Why is being alive so difficult?
Right.
If we're not supposed to be living like this. It's just, I blame capitalism because with all the resources in the world, with everything that's going on in the world.
And men.
Yes, and men. Absolutely. Capitalism and men, they ruined everything. I don't understand. And Oh, what is even there to say, honestly? It's just, but I know that part of it is because of my hormones, because of my period, menstrual cycle, and all of that. But I think part of what makes it difficult for us as well when we're menstruating, it's the hormones plus us unable to suppress the anxiety that we have over the state of the world right now. So it kind of amplifies that, because imagine if we were on a period and we have all these emotions, we have all these hormones running through our body, but then we have a community, but then we have the outside world where there's more support than that, where men are not shitty, you know? I feel like in that kind of world, we would feel more supported and we wouldn't feel so much like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't exist. Because sometimes there are times when I get mad at my parents, to be honest, for bringing me to life, because I did not ask for this. Why did you do this to me? I did not ask to be born. Why? uh,
And speaking of like community and ways in which like if we feel supported, I periods are not supposed to be this hard, right? Again, I've spoken about this with you personally. So it's the fact that a lot of times, every month, literally, I know you and my best friend have been making this joke of I'm always on my period. And yeah, I get my period like every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks, like clockwork. So, I mean, I already had my period this month, like very early in the month. And my period started again this month. And yeah, just a few times I'm like, oh, this is a good period. And even when I say it's a good period, that's someone's pain, not my pain. So a lot of times it's for me the fact that there probably is something wrong with me and my period, but I've been to check it out a couple of times and they say there's nothing wrong with me. The fact that medically they don't even know as much as they should know about our body as women. So a lot of us have to suffer for years before you get a diagnosis for like anything. I remember, I think the last time you mentioned that it takes about 6 years for endometriosis to be diagnosed, which is crazy because like you sometimes you even feel like they're gaslighting you because okay, I feel like shit. I really, really do feel like shit. Why should I have to be dependent on pain medications like 4 days in a week every single time? Ugh.
I know, and I'm sorry you're going through a difficult period. Literally, difficult period. I I remember that there is this research, which is crazy because they did a research on the effects of endometriosis on
Oh
the
man,
male partner.
I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Like, are you okay? Because how it's it's just like doing a research not on pregnancy but on the male partners, the people who got the women pregnant. Like, why did you even think that's something to be researched on when we are still lacking when it comes to what even causes like all these plethora of things that women end up being diagnosed with? Like, we do not know so many things. But yeah, of course, let's prioritize men's feelings. Let's prioritize how men feel when their female partners are going through pain, because that's what's important.
I mean, it does kind of feel like the world revolves around men, right? Like even endometriosis. I know that in some cases, when a person gets pregnant, they would also talk about how men also get morning sickness, or how men get phantom pregnancy, right? They would get morning sickness, or they would feel pain, phantom pain, and all of that. Yeah, boo hoo, come on. You're not giving birth. You're not having a period. You're not having endometriosis endometriosis. So maybe, I don't know. Shut up.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, really, shut up. Because what the hell do you even think? Whatever side effects you are having, it can never. Even if they multiply by 50 times, it's never going to equate to what the woman is going through. So it's just crazy how men will literally find a way in every single situation to censor themselves. Because how are you
Hmm.
centering yourself in a situation that does not even affect you directly? It affects women. And um so I did not even bother to go through that whole research, but I'm very sure it was men who did that research, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Of
would guess so.
fucking
I
cause.
can't tell for a fact. I can't tell for a fact because I don't remember, but it might just be a man. So, or a bunch of men.
I'm very certain about that. And that annoys me so much. So much. Oh my god. You would not believe. So on Twitter, on Nigerian Twitter, obviously. I know I talk about Nigerian men on here a lot. That's not to say Ghanaian men are not misogynistic. But you would legit see Ghanaian men on Twitter rallying against Nigerian men. Like that's how bad Nigerian men are. So a lot of times I'll see tweets from Nigerian men talking about women who have PCOS and how, if you have PCOS, it's they talk about it in a way like if you have PCOS, you are not no one should even be looking to marry you because is going to affect them. I'm like,
What?
Yeah. I wish I could find tweets so that we could probably like show it when we are talking about this particular. Um, but yes, there are so many tweets like that. There was recently, so I think September was like PCOS Awareness Month, and there's this girl.
Mm.
She's very vocal. She's a feminist on the timeline, and she also has PCOS. So she did like a series of like facts about PCOS, just like create awareness and educate people. And a man, used that as an insult that, oh, she has PCOS and she's even a feminist. So
What?
yeah, it was said in like in a derogatory way, like it was supposed to insult her, or I'm like, anyway, men.
Yeah, God forbid a woman has any biological function or any abnormality in terms of her health or anything like that. God forbid a woman is a human, right? But then men, they can do no wrong. They can have whatever and they would still be high value, right? It's just, oh my God, that pissed me off so much. Yeah, well, since we don't have any structure to this episode, we're just gonna be yapping for like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes.
Minutes. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it does remind me a little bit about how the reason why male contraceptive method has not been approved yet, it's because men complain about the side effects and they deem that the side effects are too annoying or too severe for them to handle it. Meanwhile, there's a lawsuit going on against Depo-Provera, the injection that it causes brain tumor. And then men are here like, oh, it's so hard to use contraceptive method. We get moody, and because of that, it's not approved because men complain about it, and yet women have to risk things like blood clots or even now brain tumor to have access to contraception. And it is truly a man's world, and they're not running it very well. They're running it to the ground.
And I think that just it also sort of contributes to the idea that women are built for suffering and for pain,
Mm.
that
Mm-hmm.
society just assumes that, oh, you should be able to handle it because you're a woman. So we go through all these while functioning as normal individuals of society. However, it's men who are deemed the superior gender. Can you just imagine?
All right, so the whole being a woman is to suffer thing. It's something that I hear a lot in Cambodia as well. People say that if you were born a woman, then default you're gonna be suffering, and you're gonna be suffering in many different ways. You're gonna be suffering physically because you have your period, because you're bound to have children, because that's your duty and responsibility as a woman to have children. But then you're gonna suffer emotionally because it's inevitable that your husband, that your partner will cheat on you, and as a woman you have to endure that, and you have to suffer everything, and that's just your, in a way, your karma, because people here do believe in karma and all of that. It's your karma to be born as a woman, so you have to atone for it. And saying that is a way for people to tell women to endure it and to not question it and to not rebel against it, because when you tell people that it's your destiny to suffer, then people feel submissive to it. People submit to that destiny, and they feel like they cannot change that okay, fine, this lifetime I was born a woman, so I just have to suffer. It is what it is, while men go through life without having to experience any of these. And it's just, it's the patriarchy, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the patriarchy. Fuck the patriarchy, like every single day, because again, it just always assumes that everything that is less is has to do with women. Everything that is great is automatically for men, and so because I mean, if you think about it, if naturally we go through childbirth and that is a known like excruciating process, shouldn't the men even be more, like, oh my god, let me take on all these other things because you go through like this monumental thing that is so unavoidable. But we are the weaker gender because while we are going through all this, we also go through a whole lot of other things that stem from misogyny and the patriarchy. And we handle it, we tough it out like crazy. While men do the very bare minimum, honestly, the barest minimum, because the only thing patriarchy expects from you is to be a provider. Let's sit down and list the number of things patriarchy and misogyny expects from women and what it expects from men, and we handle it. However, just because you can't be a provider because you probably are lazy, or the system that your gender set up is now working against you, suddenly there's the male loneliness epidemic and a rise of like incels and all that, because yeah, the system that your gender set up is unfortunately also working against you now. And women are finding ways to also bypass the system that men set up. I mean, I don't think it's going very well for us women, but we've come a very, very long way from like past years. So I think we are doing amazing. And as always, fuck men.
I mean, imagine setting up this whole system to oppress other genders and then end up falling behind when you were the one setting up that whole system. So, I mean, yeah, I would be mad too if I fail at my own game that I rigged, that I created the rules and everything. Not to justify the whole male rage or the whole male loneliness epidemic, although I always say that the men need to be lonelier, because what you were saying earlier, for example, when a woman is pregnant, she is more likely to be cheated on by her partner. And we have seen in cases like Giselle, that woman from France, whose
Yeah.
husband, yeah, whose husband basically called other men to come rape her. So they found that one of the rapists was actually he had a pregnant partner, and his wife was giving birth that day that he went to Giselle's house to rape her. His wife was giving birth. And if you look at statistics, you can say that when a woman is pregnant, her partner is more likely to cheat on her because she can't fulfill his desires. So I mean, men have desires, so of course he would go out and cheat on his partner who is pregnant, who is going through all of this stuff to bear his children. Or postpartum. So there is this story. This woman, she posted a story on a Facebook group for moms, and it's not just for moms, for women as well. And she said that she was 5 weeks postpartum, and her husband came to her and asked her if it would be okay for him to cheat, to sleep with someone. And then she said, no, of course not. And then he went to work. And then when he came back to work, he told her that he had slept with someone that day. He slept with someone, and then he paid that person $150. They were a student. They were young. They were a student. And this man earns $300 a month, and he paid $150 to sleep with someone. He came back, he told his wife, he told her that the reason why he's telling her now is because he loves her and he respects her. That's why he's telling her about it. And then he even proceeded to tell her how good it was, how that woman that he cheated on her with knew how to moan. And she was soft and she was young and pretty. And he told her all of this. And then he said that it was because he respects and loves her. The audacity to do all of that and to gaslight her. Yeah, it went viral because of that.
Oh my god. And it's the fact that like a lot of times when a man sets out to break you, they do not do it halfway. That's one thing they really know how to do. They really know how to do with like their full chest, and they will go all out like 100%. Because why did I need to know? You did it. And after letting me know, now you are making it sound like you did me a favor by doing it. One.
Yeah.
And also by telling me, because, yeah, I could have chosen not to tell you.
This is not the first time that I've heard stories like that. I've heard stories of men cheating and then they come clean to their partner and they say, hey, well, at least I'm telling you the truth. At least I'm not lying to you. So, yeah, babe, it's not a bad thing, right? I mean, technically, like you said, I'm doing you a favor by telling you the truth. Yeah. Yeah. The audacity. That's why they have pockets. That's why they have bigger pockets, to store all the audacity, really.
Uh,
All right. I feel like this episode started about period, but then it became a men shit talking episode as usual. Yeah,
right,
a little bit
right.
about going back to period. I am technically experiencing a second puberty in a way because I was on implant for a while, and I very recently started my period again for some reason. Oh my god, hormones. So I am dealing with all of this all over again, having period. And I think our period kind of syncs up because I also had my period early this month as well. So around the second, the third, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, and now I'm having the
and
same time as
it's
you. So I think
coming
it syncs
again
up.
now. That's weird. Because that usually happens to me if I'm in a space with someone for like a prolonged period of time. Yeah, you're my first internet friend I'm syncing periods with.
Yeah, it is I remember last time I was on my period, you were telling me that you were on your period, and then this time I'm like, wait, again?
Yeah. Oh my god. Now whenever I tell my best friend I'm on my period, she literally screams like, why? Because yeah, I feel like I don't get a break, and like in a month I probably have what, maybe 4 or 5 days, because the luteal phase also takes so long, and a lot of
Hmm.
times I'm extremely bloated those times, and I don't like how I feel, I don't like how I look, and it's, I feel like I can never really catch a break. Like, I don't know,
Hmm.
because during my period everything sucks, my mental health is shit, and after my period, maybe the first 3 or 4 days after my period, I feel like, yeah, I'm in a good place, and then suddenly it's nothing. And
Hmm.
I feel like, for someone who struggles like outside of periods with like mental health issues, it just, it makes things feel like so much worse for me, because I think I catastrophize like a lot. So
Hmm.
like a lot of times, with like, you're going through pain, you have like all these feelings in your body, and there's anxiety, and there's like, as you said, there's so much going on in the world. You have personal issues you're struggling with, and here comes your period. I'm like, oh my, can I just catch a break, please?
Hmm.
Can I?
Hmm.
Because like I said, yeah, I feel like I was already in a really bad place. I've been struggling for like a couple of days, and here comes my period. And see,
Yeah.
I think we spoke yesterday, and I told you, oh, like, it's better than before. I mean, the last time we spoke, I was not in a very good place, and I was telling you
Hmm.
it was better than before, and I was feeling better, and then my period says, "Oh, hi, your mental health is getting back on track." Well, fuck it, here I am, and and now we are here, and sometimes I envy, how sometimes people feel like before their period they can associate like all their feelings with, oh, I was getting my period. I can't say that, because I have realized, and I said this at the beginning of our call, that I really am someone who is not happy by default. Like, I'm a person who needs to look for reasons to be happy.
Hmm.
I I used to joke that, like, I feel like I'm a sad soul, and yeah, I probably am. So I always need to find things and ways to like keep myself not occupied, because to I I actively have to find ways to make myself happy. I actively have to look for things that excites me, things that makes me happy. And I feel like sometimes that can be so draining too, because like, if if I don't have energy to even get out of bed, how am I supposed to go look for something that makes me happy? Because so one of the things that helps me like a lot is getting out of the house. So sometimes it's even like, if maybe I have a friend to go to, sometimes it's just the fact that I'm leaving my room, because I can be in my house for weeks without seeing another person. Like, everyone
Hmm.
I communicate with is like on the phone, and I feel like those are the days that it gets really bad for me. So I really like my space. Okay, I like being alone, but I also know the way I am. When I do it too much, then I start overthinking and then I get in these depressive moods. So I try to like get out there. But for a while, I've not been able to do that. And it's catching up with me. I feel like I went on a rant again and now I've sort of
It's okay.
I've lost it. uh yeah. So anyway, yeah. I hate that I can't say I'm sad or I was sad because I was expecting my period, because I feel like that would be an inaccurate statement because I'm sad all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it so much. Like, I want to be happy. I remember when I decided to go for therapy and I stopped. I think I told you. I stopped going for therapy because the therapist kept telling me to be happy. And I was like, do you think I don't want to be happy? Like, do you think I wake up every day and then choose not to be happy? Maybe it's easier for other people, but like,
Oh,
I'm
Gail.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. I personally, I think that there is beauty to sadness. There is beauty to melancholy. I think that some of the best arts in the world, when it comes to books, when it comes to music, when it comes to paintings, are born from sadness, from sorrow. I think we as a society, I think happiness is overrated. I mean, people want to be happy, yeah, but I feel like we should also place value on sadness as well, on sorrow, because it's a very important human emotion. And I always say that your emotions are valid, and it's not just happiness, it's sadness, it's anger, it's frustrations, all of those emotions, they're all valid because they make you a human, right? We're not one dimensional. That's why when people tell me, when friends tell me that, hey, I'm feeling sad today, I don't go and tell them, well, it's okay, you should just be happy. I don't think that people should feel a certain way. You shouldn't be feeling anything that you're not feeling. You shouldn't feel happy, you shouldn't feel whatever, or that I'm happy that you're happy, or things like that. I am also naturally a sad person, a mournful person, because I'm very cynical and I catastrophize as well. When my mom goes to the market and I can't contact her, my first thought is that, oh, she got into an accident and she's died. Um, I catastrophize things too, so I understand. And I feel sad a lot. I remember my ex, he said to me at one point that he didn't like hanging out with me because I was sad all the time and it made him sad. I can laugh about it now, but at the time it felt very shitty to hear someone say that.
Yeah, of course. And I'm so sorry you had to hear that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
even when it's true, you don't want someone you love or care about to, I mean, tell it to you.
Yeah,
It
to
just
just be
it
like,
sounds
I
mean and insensitive.
it was, but then he was also not a very good person. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm also shackled with sadness in a way. So I get where you're coming from, and I have learned to make peace with that. I've learned that this is just who I am. I'm not happy all the time. Yeah, I feel happy, but it doesn't matter if I don't feel happy. I cry when I want to cry. Like I said, I just cried last night, and I think, like I said, as a society, we need to stop telling people to be happy or say that happy is the thing that we need to strive for, to desire. It's the ultimate thing on the hierarchy of needs, right? We need to be happy. I don't think so. I think we just need to be human, and human encompasses all sorts of emotions, not just happiness.
I think that's maybe that's something I should be looking to do acceptance. I've not gotten there yet because whenever I think about like my I feel like I'm always comparing myself to other people. Like and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times so
Uh,
my best friend okay.
it's okay. Go on. My light is just being weird.
Yeah.
We'll just go with one light now.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know, maybe it's the people I'm surrounded with, but you probably are the first friend I've made who sort of we kind of have the same feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So it really like validates me. But my best friend, I feel like of my whole adult years, the only person who, even though she doesn't experience the things I experience, she really validated me was my best friend. So
Mm-hmm.
because you know how your ex told you that like they don't like hanging out with you because like you are so sad and things like that. I feel like before some of my friendships used to feel like that. So they didn't outright say it to me, but sometimes you can feel it in the way like people act towards you in certain situations. And unfortunately, I'm not just a sad person. Emotional, sensitive. So when you're making certain jokes and I tell you that, hey, I don't like this, I really, really want you to respect that I don't like this because, again, like you and I are not on the same wavelength mentally. Things that will get me to spiral and it's probably nothing for you. So when I say I don't like it, I really don't like it. But people will go ahead and do things that will trigger me. And when I shut down because of that, then now I'm the person who is ruining the vibe. So I feel like I just became this person in my friend group and it started becoming very draining for me because I can be happy. However, there are certain things that can also get me from like 100 to 0 real quick. And I know my triggers. So when you're doing something that triggers me and I say, please don't do that, and you still go ahead to do that, I feel like you're just baiting me at that point. Because like,
Mm-hmm.
why can't you just respect that I don't want you to do that? So yeah, when I met my best friend, that really like she really validates me and telling me that she does not mind that I'm sad most of the time. And I feel like that was the first time anybody has said that to me. And the first time she said it to me, I was not even on that level of sad. I was just sad, but I was not crying. But I remember like I bawled my eyes out because nobody had told me that before. That it was okay that like I'm mostly sad and that I can talk to her whenever and she does not think of me as a burden. Oh.
Yeah. That's because you're not being a burden. That's because, like I said, you're being a human. I get it. Look, I have bipolar. I am very, very familiar with depression. I am very familiar with moodiness. I before I went on medication, I my moods were all over the place. I could swing from deep depression one day and then immediately later that day I would swing to manic. I would swing to feeling like I was on top of the world, going back and forth. I understand that. So yeah, that's why I understand. I feel like what you said as well, it really resonates with me. I feel like I'm also a sad soul, an old soul and a sad soul, which is why I don't have a lot of friends by choice, because I just feel like other people don't really get that. And then I also feel
Yeah.
like I'm very particular about things that I don't want to have friends just for the sake of having friends, you know? I want to have friends who are close and meaningful to me. Also, my phone is saying that I have a minute left.
Okay, so I guess we have to wrap up.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Anything else you want to end with?
Uh, Not really. Just that. I mean, if you're like us, you are not alone, and it's okay to feel your feelings. I hope nobody makes you feel like shit for it, and give yourself grace. I don't know how to do that, but I'm working on it. I hope you do as well.
You're a work in progress, as we all are. And yeah, be sad. It's okay. Let's all be sad together because there's a lot of sadness in the world. So that's okay. All right. Thank you everyone so much for tuning into this episode. Be sure to follow us on our social media at Unholy Feminists, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.